graphing them with slope. Directions can be slope from the given point. So if you notice on question number 1, you are given a point and also given a slope. So we're going to use what we know about slope to make a line. Our slope in number 1 is n equals negative 2/3. Our slope is negative. So we know that our slope is negative. So we know that our line is going to go down. So that's definitely something that we're going to use in making sure that our line is right. So we're going to start with our first point. We know that slope is the same thing as rise. And we can move in both the left and the right directions. We just have to learn how to read this. So my slope, I'm gonna rise 2. If I rise up 2, that means I'm gonna run negative 3. So let's do that. I'm gonna rise 2, 1, 2, and I'm gonna run negative 3. So I'm at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 point. Now, if I want to go in the opposite direction, I'm gonna rise negative 2. In other words, I'm gonna go down 2, 1, 2, and I'm gonna run positive 3, 1, 2, 3. So one of the things that you could have noticed right now is that depending on which direction you want to go, whether you want to put points on top or on the bottom, you bounce that negative between the top and the bottom. So you can say I'm going to rise positive 2 and I'm going to run negative 3, because this is the same thing as saying negative 2 over 3. Or you could also say I'm going to rise positive 2 and run negative 3, because those are definitely ways that you can read that slope. And we ended up with 3 points. Now you can make more points, and in which case, let's see, I'm going to make another point to the right. I'm going to rise 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to run negative 3. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going to run to the left because my negatives are to the left. And I have another point right there. And all I have to do now is just connect those points. And I have a line. Let's do number 3 together. Number 3, one of the things that you will notice is that you're just given a number. But the slope is 5. We can also say this is the same thing as 5 over 1. So I know that slope is the same as rise over run. This is a positive slope. And because of that, I know that when I graph this line, my line is supposed to be going up. And number 1, if you notice, because our slope was negative, we did end up with a line that was going down, which indicates that we did a good job at graphing. Over here, I know for a fact that my line is supposed to be going up because my slope is positive. So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to rise 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to run 1. So there, I have a point. Now, I want to go in the other direction. So instead of going up 5 and over 1, I'm going to go down 5. I'm going to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the left 1. And now you can see that I have 3 points. All I'm going to do is connect these points. Hopefully your line is more straight than mine. Mine is hard to draw. There's the first point I made, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 1. So when I connect these points, my line looks like like that. And you see that my line is going up, so I know that my slope is positive, and so that makes sense. I'm going to go down and I'm going to work out problem number 7. Plot the points, count the slope, and draw each line. Okay, so problem number 7, we are not given the, well, we are given the point, but it's not plotted. So the very first thing we want to start with is plotting our points. The point is 0, 2, so it looks like this. And then my slope is 3, which is the same thing as 3 over 1. It's positive, that means that my line is going to go up. And so the very first thing I'm going to start doing is trying to figure out what are the other points on this line. Now remember, slope is the same thing as rise over run. So to graph this, I'm going to rise the 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to run 1. And now I'm going to do the exact opposite to make points going in the opposite direction. I'm going to rise negative 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. And I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. 1, 2, 3, and those are the only points that I have on my graph. Now, if you notice, don't get confused with where the point is supposed to go. If you notice, these points will make a straight line, which is a good thing, and they are going up. Since our slope is positive, we know that we are supposed to end up with a line that's going up. So it makes sense. All I'm going to do is connect these points with the line. Hopefully your line looks better than mine. Mine is a bit messy. And that's all I do. Okay, so now I'm going to work out problem number 13. Even though you're being asked to use the slope formula, you don't have to. To find slope, just put these points on a table. And remember, slope, which is m, is the change in y over the change in x. So the change in x, to go from negative 6 to 3, I have to add 9. To go from 4 to negative 1, I have to subtract 5. So in this case, my slope is going to be negative 5 over 9, which I cannot really simplify. I'm just gonna, that's what my slope is, so that's my answer. And that's all you have to do for these. Okay, so graph your points. You're given a point, plot that point, and then decide whether the graph is gonna go, whether your line is gonna go up or down based on the sign on the slope, and see if your answer makes sense.